All right, it's Friday, January 20th. It is Inauguration Day, end of the third week of the trading year. Day number 13, Marathon to a Million. Shout out to our newly elected President, Donald Trump. Welcome to office. Do whatever you can to make America great for the next 4 years. All right, so let's get into the trades. Fox told me to take some plays today. Oh, the wolf did. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to do it a little bit different today. I'm going to do the motivational video at the end. I want to go ahead and get the plays recapped first. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so day number 13. When we work collectively, we are all triumphant. Hebrews 10, 24 through 25 reads, and let us consider how we may encourage one another to love and to do good deeds, not forsaking our meeting together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. Shout out to the Wolves of Wall Street group. Good people. I appreciate y'all being in my life. I thank each and every one of you all for your contributions, for that which we do as far as learning and idea sharing in the marketplace. So my journal post, day 13 says, increasingly men and women are connecting with other positive, encouraging traders who made up their minds to start their own marathon to a million. Live trading can be used as a daily gathering situation for people who are there to support and motivate each other, share their strategies, and hold one another accountable. Through the Wolves of Wall Street, you can also find individuals who, just like you, have similar challenges and may share their insights, ideas, and experiences with you. It's also certain you will be able to share with them as well. I guarantee you that your encouragement will help someone. And as we start week 3 on next week, remember, it isn't about me. It's about we. And when we work collectively, we are all triumphant. All right. So there's my setups. Linear tickers, you guys got to watch list early in the morning. Let's get over here and take a look at these plays. All right, let's start with GLBS. Chicken noodle soup. So I scared myself out of the trade when I suspected it to move just like it did the previous day after hours. So I took a measly nickel when 50 cents was available, which actually was my goal. Plenty of 980 available after hours. Actually took this one long, but we played it safe. I also missed the dip by $1 ago at $7.30, which is why I played it safe. So my entry is at price 830. To me, I believe that there was some spots over here in the sevens. Where's sevens? Here we go. 730 was available here. If you take the 730, number one, you almost have a 20% run up from there. And then I took it later, which 830 was good. You can see after hours is doing its thing. I don't know. I'm sorry, 930. I apologize. My price was 930. That's completely not right. GLBS. 930 was my price. I have 830 on here. That's not right. 930 to 935. And then after that, it actually went to the 980s in the after hours. I think it got as high as, let me take a look. Looks like it got as high as $10, $9.95, $9.97. And it did the exact same thing the previous day after hours. So that was the reason for taking the play. We'll adjust it and make sure it's straight. But wow, that would have been a great idea to get on that play and stay in and get that 50 cent. Solid play. Fred. Let's take a look at Fred. All right, so Fred, we think this had a big death drop off, and it had a little bear flag formation. And we took the short right at about the 15.5 area and faded them right back down to 15. Solid play. We're out at 15, 2% win, but we're playing the chart because the chart said get out of the way. We got out of the way pretty much in here, and then look what it did. It reversed, came back up to where we entered the price. So big drop, 50% retrace, roll back over, and now it's back up to trying to get this gap closed. So in and out, we actually had that one live on the scanner today. All right, SGY. 840 to 872. You know, plenty of more to the upside, and also gave some signals late afternoon to take a short. We missed it. It gave another dollar to the downside. And missed the early morning bull flag. I think there was a flag in the early part of the morning where we could have bought the breakout. Probably right there. So we entered here as a consolidator left to right. Probably could have got a better price. I think the 820 fib was available, but then it pressed up, took profit. The goal was actually to run it to 9 and actually hit 9. It touched, and then it shot through the 9. But good play, not a big deal. Out just a touch early, but also missed the late day short by playing it safe. Safe works for me because we're on a marathon, not a sprint. All right, who else we have? We got IDXG, sweet play. Took them on a trend break, pre-market. All right, in at 7 short, out at 5, 6, nailed it. Fluffy license deal news. Actually could have re-entered later for a fade, but we ain't got nothing to give them, so we didn't take any more trades on them after such a good win on that one. URRE. Another one. I took the stock twits in Twitter late last night. Very confused why this foolishness was up to the 2.8 from a closed dilution of 202. Free money as far as I'm concerned. Shout out to Castillo and Reggie for the insight. I was thinking the same thing for the short as you all. I appreciate you all's input. Walked into today, saw some opportunities at the 2.7s pre-market. Got them. Got at 235. I think Uncle Tim was buying in the 240s. I'm assuming he was trying to buy the support spot right here before it moved up aggressively. But my goal was for it to fade it down to 2.2. But we take profit at 235. Nothing wrong with that. We missed about 6% on the downside. And it gave a good bounce, too. I think it gave some signals to buy some 232 a little bit later, mid-morning. And it went up 18 cents from there. So that was potentially 9 to 10% available for a dip buyer as well. And who else we have left? We got 2 more left. EMES. Shout out to my boy John up in Jersey. John, we shorted him. We did our thing, and we covered on time. Nice fade now. I took a small position as this was at 52-week highs, playing it safe into Inauguration Day. And then my last play that we closed today, play number 7, in and out in the pre-market. Now you all see why I'm up so early. I like the fact that it gave the exact same setup intraday, though. I mean, I'm 7 down to 640. I think it bounced to 7 at the open. Yeah, it went up to 670. So it gave some areas there where you could have faded them right back down to 640, and actually went all the way down to 5.8 later in the day. So that would have been a pretty nice play had we taken the re-entry later. It also looks like it gave a little bit of a bear flag here. Reached up at the 605, 610 area and faded all the way back down to 5.8. I think that's it. We got 2 plays that we're through the weekend with. BCEI, we just chilling with them. CENX, they're also at extreme high. So we were down 1% into the close. We decided to go ahead and hold them through the weekend. So I think that's it. I don't think we're doing on demand this weekend. I'm taking a break from stocks. See you guys bright and early on the 23rd. And here's that motivational video as promised.
There's so many individuals out there that are so talented in different things that never accomplish anything. The world is filled with talented people, and they never accomplish anything. The body has limitations, the mind does not. We focus so much on what goes on from the neck down that we forget it all starts from here. If you're not mentally ready you're never really physically prepared.
Why most people never achieve their goals, while 2 or 3% really achieve a high level of success? The people who took this one action every single day were the ones who achieved their goals and dreams more often than anybody else.
Finding your passion is also one of the biggest questions. You just got to try everything. You just got to keep trying. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like you have to be motivated to at least try.
I firmly believe that everybody on this planet has a gift. It's your job to figure out what that gift is. And it becomes your job to decide whether you're going to act on that or not.
There is nothing we cannot do. It's really a matter of setting a focused goal, because without a target, you'll miss it every time. Picking a target and then picking the steps along the way and realizing that all the resources, all the capital, all the expertise is there. But ultimately, it's only going to be tapped if that target is in your heart and your soul.
What changes our whole life is action. Why don't we take action? Fear. What do we got to do to get ourselves to do it? We got to make sure that we push ourselves through it by making a decision. The point in which change happens is a decision. Every change in your life that you want will come from something simple, a decision. See, a real decision is not like a preference. It's not like where you say, I'll try it and see. That's not a decision. Decision comes from Latin. It means like incision, to cut off from. Decision is when you cut off any possibility except the thing you committed to. It's like, that is it. A decision is the first step. Decision is like a war. I got to do this or that. All right, I'm going to make myself do this. But commitment is when you now, after you've decided, you commit to do this for the long term. Whether it's hard or easy, doesn't matter. You're doing this. It takes it from this moment and it carries it into the future even when things are difficult. Decide, commit, and resolve.
Don't wait until you're 25 or 35 or 45 years old. Start building that discipline right now to get what you want, because there's 7 billion other people on this planet trying to get it, trying to get this thing called success. See, most people think success is a straight line. I'm going to get out of high school, I'm going to get a job, and everything's going to be fine. That's not how it plays out, folks, okay? This is how it plays out. Guy decides he wants something, and the line gets all squiggly. See, that's really what success looks like.
Discipline means taking the hard road, the uphill road, to do what's right.
Most people stop at failure. We've all failed at things. I'm going to continue to fail at stuff, right? It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it. And most people are just satisfied with there's always a next level. Your definition of greatness and what you want to achieve could be totally different than somebody else's. You know, we always say, no one wants to be first, okay, because they're afraid of the consequences that come with doing something first. Can't be a failure. You're the first to do something. If you're the first to do something, you can't be listed as a failure.
There's 2 types of people. People that are going to get what they want and the life they want, and people that don't. 2 types of people, folks. People that get the life they want, and everybody else.
A lot of people out there that are constantly trying to improve themselves by looking for the one change. The one change, right? The one change in their life that's gonna make their dreams come true. It isn't one thing. And it isn't 10 things, and it isn't 100 things. It isn't a quick path, and there are no shortcuts. Getting better isn't a hack or a trick or a one change that you need to make. Getting better is a campaign. It's a campaign. It's a daily, a weekly, it's an hourly fight incessant fight that doesn't stop against weakness and against temptation and against laziness. It's a campaign of discipline. It's a campaign of hard work and dedication. It's waking up early and going to bed late and grinding out every second in between. Every single day. Just start doing it. Take that first step and make it happen. Get after it. And get after it here and now.
Every one of us who's a goal achiever sets goals, but very few people think about the obstacles that are there and them overcoming the obstacles. And in order to become an amazing goal achiever, you have to accept the fact that there will be obstacles, but you also have to prime your brain to recognize the obstacles and to teach it that you can overcome it. And you can do that in your mind first, and you back it up with a plan. And guess what? You will start to become a goal achiever instead of just somebody who sets a goal.
If you don't like the way your career is or your business is, change it. If you don't like your body, change it. You don't like your relationship, change you first. Because if you change it, you'll bring you to the next one. Maybe it's time to change it too, but change yourself first. If you want to change anything in your life, you have the choice. So there is no right or wrong. I just want to make you aware in this breakthrough session that everything in our life changes the moment we make a decision. And I mean a real decision. A decision is when you cut off any other possibility and you commit to something with everything you've got and you take action. But the big decisions start with little decisions like, what am I going to focus on? Because whatever you focus on, you're going to feel.
So instead of sitting in that job for the next 10 years, go do your thing. You've got plenty and plenty of time.
People want to know how to stop the laziness, and they want to know how to stop the procrastination. They have some idea in their head, some kind of a vision of what they want to do. But they don't know where to start. They don't know where to start it, They don't know where to start. Where do I start? And when's the best time to start? And I have a very simple answer for that. Here and now. That's it. You want to improve? You want to get better? You want to get on a workout program or a clean diet? You want to start a business? You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application? Where do you start? You start right here. And when do you start? You start right now. Because the idea isn't going to execute itself. And the book isn't going to write itself. And the weights out in the gym, they're not going to move themselves. You have to do it, and you have to do it now. You want to get better? You want to self-improve? Stop looking for a shortcut and go find your discipline. And find your guts and your passion and your drive and find your will. And then you will find your freedom.